During this dumpster fire that is the Trump administration, we've become so used to sad and depressing news. Well, today, we're going to discuss a bright light amongst the almost continuously expanding void that is 2020. Today, we're going to talk about the US Supreme Court's decision that employment discrimination based on sexual orientation and gender identity is now prohibited. Let's get into it.
We came to fight. We came to take what was meant to be ours. There's no place to hide.
Up until only a few weeks ago, in many US states, it was perfectly legal to fire someone for simply being gay or transgender. However, the conservative-leaning US Supreme Court ruled that Title VII of the Civil Rights Act of 1964, which makes it illegal for employers to discriminate on the basis of sex, also covers sexual orientation and gender identity. Now, I wasn't sure if I was going to do an episode on this topic. What with the avalanche of shit spewing out of the mouth of the President of the United States, I've been kept rather busy. However, upon further contemplation, I feel as though I have something I need to say. We all have gay friends. We all have gay family members. I myself have a gay cousin who I love with all my heart and is an absolute legend. And might I add, who I have absolutely no doubt will one day tear up the red carpets of Hollywood. And the thought that he could not be awarded a role or lose his job because of who he loves fucking infuriates me. Remember that endless void I was talking about earlier? Well, this is where an otherwise positive story takes a dive towards the fucktardery that is the Trump administration and modern day conservatives. You would think that in 2020 this would have been a 9-0 vote, but no. 3 conservative justices actually voted to ensure it remained legal to fire people for simply being gay. Seriously. 60% of the conservative justices believe employers should be allowed to discriminate against you for simply being who you are. Thankfully, they were in the minority, but how in 2020 can 3 members of the highest court in the land, in a nation that claims to be a beacon of justice, vote to ensure people do not receive equal justice under the law? Explain this to me, please, because I don't understand it. How can this be the case? How have we not moved past this as a society? How can we still treat people differently and enforce laws that discriminate based on who people love and how they feel when they aren't hurting themselves or anyone else? And why is it always the religious right and conservatives trying to impose their bigoted views in the name of their God and their beliefs? In the words of the great Vic DiBitetto, you can't love God and hate his creation, you fucking stupid idiot. Politics should be an expression of values. And if you don't value each life equally, you should get the hell out of civil service. And you sure as hell shouldn't be anywhere near the justice system. And of course, the bigot in chief quickly jumped on Twitter to claim that the Supreme Court was against him. Why? Because he, like the base he represents, doesn't believe that all lives are of equal value. It's simple. If you're gay, transgender, black, brown, Muslim, insert difference here. They don't think you matter, but you do. You do matter. And your vote, well, that matters too. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please like and subscribe, and hit the bell so you stay up to date with all of our videos.